Well, we come full circle. It's a sad day, but a day of reflection. Just nearly 2 years ago, we welcomed our former Irish international to the AFC Wimbledon, Alan Bennett. Not only losing a captain, I'm losing a WDON colleague. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, it's just come to a point. I'm going to head home. I'm going to go home and sign for my club at home, Cork City, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. It's kind of like where I'd like to wrap up my career. I've said that all the time, and it's just come to that point now where it's time to go and do it. It's sad to be leaving, but it's something I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely. This is a fans club here where you're going to as well. Tell us about Cork City.
Yeah, very similar. Very similar. Members run, local people. Similar in the way that it was kind of ripped apart. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of stuff with the way that the two contracts that we had to do that goes kind of detail, so that the members found out first, which I liked. You know. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities there, and you never know, there could be an organised friendly in the future. Maybe we'll see. That'd be nice.
Absolutely, that'd be good. I mean, you've lived abroad here now. You've been playing abroad. You've had some special clubs here. What kind of memories have you got of playing in England? Yeah,
good, mixed, but it honestly seems like it was in January that I came over as well, from the Irish League, from Cork, and that was 8 years ago now. So it just flew by, you know, and I had some good times, played a lot of good clubs, and just it's the people, really, the people you meet, the friends you make, the players, the people outside the clubs, with the clubs. It's those kind of memories, I suppose, that I'll take back on me.
And in terms of the 2 years you've had here, what sort of games and occasions sort of really spring to mind for you?
Yeah, as you started at the top, it was in January, last day of January, that I came over, and with that bunch of lads that went right to the wire, and I feel like I'm representing them, really, and those kind of lads who it's not, as I said to you earlier, probably the most wonderful chapter for Wimbledon in terms of the football and what else and winning stuff, but I think it'll probably be an important chapter, you know, and something that when we got together as a group, and like Pelly and Gary Alexander and Matt Mitchell-King and all the lads who were there, and we just got together and really wanted to stay up, because we knew that the effect that it would have on people involved with the club, and that all we were missing was a cup, you know, when we were out on the pitch, and it was a real great occasion in the end. It was nerve-wracking and something that I'd never been in my career, and I'm happy that I suppose I did and came out the right side of it and tested myself that way, and we got through it together. It was really good.
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of football, there's World Cups, there's Premier League football, but I mean that's something to have on the CV still. That's what it could be for this club in years' time, keeping them in the Football League, isn't it? Yeah,
100%. And I feel like I was part of that, and I'm here now. And I think Eric asked that I'd come to the game on Saturday, and I feel like I'm representing those lads. When I said yes, and I'm representing those lads who couldn't, kind of had the send off, or to be able to leave like I can, to get. And so that occasion, I think, will be for them, for lads, Jack Midson, Luke Moore, you know, those kind of guys who were there with me, with us, and they obviously had a lot more chapters than I had with Wimbledon, but maybe didn't get to say the goodbye that they deserve. But so if I'll represent those lads on Saturday, and hopefully it'll be just a nice little send-off.
Absolutely. In terms of the squad that you leave behind here, what kind of state do you leave them in? And also the fact that you've probably helped train up your next readily made replacement who looks up to you, Will Nightingale.
Yeah, listen, anything I could do to help those lads, there was no problem. I always felt that they could come to me with anything, and it's a real good crop of youngsters that are coming through, you know, at Wimbledon, and there's a lot of work done behind the scenes to get players, young players through, and it's important. It's an important factor in this club, seed in this club that needs to continue, you know. So in terms of the squad I'm leaving behind, it's young, it's energetic, it's enthusiastic, it's besides Bully, obviously, everyone else is, you know, it's probably changed a lot really since the start of the season, but it's something that the manager's made his decisions, and he wants to go this way, and that's his right, and that's what his job is, and So I wish them all the very best, and they know that till the end of the season. I hope they fulfil the potential that I know is in the group.
And also that captain's armband, I mean, it's kind of already been passed over, isn't it, to Barry Fuller, but he's a great leader, isn't he, to have?
Yeah, he is, of course, yeah. And there's loads of them. There's loads of them in that dressing room, you know. There's Baz and there's Bully, and there's so many league games, even Sammy Moore, you know, in that group, and Bayo. So there's more than enough leaders to help there to carry that through. But yeah, Baz will do a great job. We pretty much shared it anyway for the past, I reckon, for the season, so I'll just continue on with him.
So Benno's going home. What do you think of the possibility of perhaps one day Wimbledon going home?
That'd be nice, yeah. Like as I said, that chapter that we had, that last day of the season, all that kind of leads into the process of this happening now, and who knows where we could have been if that didn't happen. And I'm only seeing and reading positive things about it happening, so hopefully it will. And I know it's the plan of the people running the club, who are very sensible people and run the club in the right way. So I really do hope it comes around for them, and I'd love to be coming back in 10 years' time as a Wimbledon fan, watching a game and maybe getting a free ticket off Dave, hopefully, and going to a new stadium, watching a club in a real good place.
So what's next for you? Because I mean it's Cork City, but long term, I know you've been networking, you like travelling abroad and so on. Yeah. You've got a few irons in the fire, have you?
Yeah, we'll see. You know, 34 now. This contract will probably bring me up to maybe 35. So, I've been doing my badges and doing my journalism degree, as you well know. So, down the line, it's not goodbye London for me. It's see you later kind of thing, you know. So that'll kind of be the way I see it. I'm not up in sticks and moving everything home. I'm just doing what I always wanted to do, which was possibly finish my career at Cork and finish full-time football at Cork, maybe, you know. So like in a Cork team, it's my club, you know. It's where I'm from. It's what I always wanted to do. It's like a Wimbledon lad finishing Wimbledon. So that's kind of the way it is for me. And listen, anybody who wants to come over is more than welcome. We'll give them show them a good time and all that. So the offer's always there.
Absolutely. So we could see you perhaps pop back for maybe a friendly, or maybe do a little bit of summarising for us one day.
Absolutely,
perhaps?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm more than willing to help out, and I leave this club on good terms, which is nice. It's rare, really, I suppose, nowadays. So it's all positive. Yeah.
Well, you know, I've said it to you in the past. We've had Cantwell, Irwin, Miller, Keane, but for me, it's been an absolute pleasure to work alongside Alan Bennett. Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.